natural ways to help anxiety and depression. These are the two most common mental health problems in the world. In my experience, most people with anxiety and depression are filled with what I call ants, or automatic negative thoughts. Negative thoughts that come into their mind automatically and ruin their days. They focus on the bad things that have happened, or the frightening things that may happen, and subsequently make themselves sick. You do not have to believe every thought you have. Thoughts lie. They lie a lot. And these lies can fool you, scare you, tease you, and ruin your life. Learning how to kill the ants and develop an internal anteater to help you get rid of the negative thoughts has been shown in scientific studies to be as effective as antidepressant medications to treat anxiety and depression. A very simple, elegant technique to help you kill the ants was developed by my friend Byron Katie. It involves 4 questions and a turnaround. Katie, as her friends call her, suffered from severe depression for nearly 10 years. In the last 2 years, she had constant thoughts of suicide and was often unable to leave her bedroom. One morning in 1986, she woke up on the floor and had an epiphany. She realized that when she believed her thoughts, she suffered. But when she questioned her thoughts, she didn't suffer. So here is the technique. Whenever you feel sad, mad, or nervous, write down the thought or thoughts that are bothering you. Then for each thought, ask yourself these 4 questions. Number 1, is it true? Is the stressful or negative thought true? Number 2, can I absolutely know that it's true with 100% certainty? Number 3, how do I feel when I believe that thought? Number 4, who would I be without the thought? Or how would I feel if I didn't have the thought? Then after you answer the 4 questions about each thought, take the original thought and turn it around to its opposite. And then ask yourself, if the turnaround is not true, or in fact, even more true than the original thought. Sometimes the turnarounds will completely blow your mind. Here is an example. Rosemary's husband of 34 years died of cancer. Rosemary was the alumni director at my college, and we have been friends for many years. After John's death, she was very sad and lonely. I helped her work through some of her grief. 2 years after John died, Rosemary wanted to start dating again. She loved being in a close relationship. But she told me no one would ever want a 75-year-old woman. So we worked on that thought. Question number 1 I asked her, is it true that no one would ever want a 75-year-old woman? Yes, she said. I'm too old to date. Question number 2. Can you absolutely know that it's true that no one would ever want a 75-year-old woman? No, she said. Of course I can't know that for sure. Question number 3. How do you feel when you have that thought? No one would ever want a 75-year-old woman. I feel sad, hopeless, angry at God, overwhelmed by my loneliness. Question number 4. Who would you be, or how would you feel, if you didn't have the thought, no one would ever want a 75-year-old woman? Well, I would feel much happier, more optimistic. I would feel more like my usual self. Okay, now turn the original thought around. No one would ever want a 75-year-old woman. What is the opposite? Someone will want a 75-year-old woman. Okay, which is truer? I don't know, she said, but if I act like no one will want me, then no one will want me. After our exercise, Rosemary started dating again. A year later, she met Jack. When I sat with Rosemary and Jack for the first time, it felt like I was with two 15-year-olds who had just fallen in love. They were married May 4th, 2007. All of us need a way to correct our thoughts. Just think about what would have happened to Rosemary if she didn't kill the ants that were stealing her happiness and robbing her joy. I have seen these 4 questions dramatically change people's lives, including my own. I talk much more about them along with other techniques to help anxiety and depression in the program materials. Based on our imaging work, we have described 7 different types of anxiety and depression. Knowing which type you have is essential to getting the right help. In the program materials, there is a questionnaire that helps people recognize what type they may have and what might be the best treatment. For example, the natural treatments, St. John's wort or 5-HTP, tend to work for people who worry or overthink things, while the supplement SAMe is better for people with low energy depressions and pain. Also, I encourage all of my patients to exercise because it boosts blood flow and nutrients to the brain and has been shown to be effective in helping depression. Fish oil contains omega-3 fatty acids that have been found to be low in people who are depressed. There are now many well-designed studies showing that fish oil can have a healing effect on mood disorders, including several studies for bipolar disorder and one for postpartum depression. For anxiety disorders, I worry about using the typical anti-anxiety medications because on SPECT scans I see that they cause overall decreased activity in the brain, much like alcohol. Seeing these scans encouraged me more and more to use natural treatments for anxiety. Hypnosis, meditation, music therapy, the herbal supplement Kava Kava, and lavender aromatherapy all have strong scientific evidence that they can be helpful. In closing this segment, I want to give you 5 ways to boost your willpower. Whether sticking to a diet, saving for retirement, or remaining faithful in your marriage, willpower is a critical brain function that can help you have a magnificent mind, or the lack of it can completely ruin your life. Here are 5 things that you can do today to boost your willpower and self-control. First, do not let your blood sugar get too low. Low blood sugar levels are associated with poor impulse control and irritability. If you want better willpower, have frequent smaller meals that each contain at least some protein. Second, make sure to get enough sleep. Less than 6 hours of sleep at night has been associated with low overall brain activity, which of course means low overall willpower. Third, on one piece of paper, write down the specific goals you have for your life, including for your relationships, your work, your money, and your health. Then read these and ask yourself every day, is my behavior today getting me what I want? I call this exercise the one-page miracle because it makes such a dramatic difference in the lives of those who practice it. Your mind is powerful and it makes happen what it sees. Focus and meditate on what you want. Fourth, you have to practice willpower. Willpower is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. That is why good parenting is essential to helping children develop self-control. If we gave in to our 5-year-old every time she wanted something, no doubt we would raise a spoiled, demanding child. By saying no to her, we teach her to be able to say no to herself. To develop willpower, you need to do the same thing for yourself. Practice saying no to the things that are not good for you, and over time, you will find it easier to do. And fifth, balance your brain chemistry. Illnesses such as ADD, anxiety, and depression decrease willpower. Getting help for these problems is essential to being in control of your life. Research also suggests that supplements such as 5-HTP and green tea can help balance brain function and promote weight loss. As I've said before, of course it depends on what your brain specifically needs. When we come back,